Here are the top 3 things you need to get a better haircut. The first one is communication. Communication is probably the most important factor and thing you need when it comes to getting a good or even better haircut. I do virtual consultations with people from all over the world. It's a VIP experience. You can actually book one with me if you want. And what I do is I do a virtual Zoom where I analyze your hair, share with you what's maybe going on, that why you're not getting a good haircut, share with you some options, create images of haircuts that will look really, really good on you. It's a really fun premium experience. You can actually get it right now. But one of the things that I notice, the most common issue is a lack of communication between the client and the professional. What does that mean? Well, a lot of times the client will walk into a barbershop or their hair salon and sit down with their professional, and it usually goes something like this. The hair professional will say, "Hey, how's it going? All right, what are we doing today?" The client will then say, just maybe, take an inch off or, clean it up the same as usual. But deep down, they're saying, my hair is not laying properly, or there's something off with it, or there's something not right. And the clients just don't have the confidence, and they're not comfortable with just saying that to the hair professional, probably because they're afraid that they may offend them or may cause some sort of issues. And I totally get that. That's fine. Remember, you're paying for an experience. You're paying for a service. You have every right to tell the hair professional if something is not right. It's like going out to eat and then paying money for your meal, and even though you know it tasted like awful, you still ate it but said nothing. That's the same concept. Don't be afraid to tell your hair professional what is going on with your hair, and that is really, really, really going to help you get a better haircut. The second thing is stop focusing on names of haircuts. When I do a lot of these consultations, people always ask me, well, what's the name of that haircut? Or in my videos, a lot of comments saying, what's the name of that haircut? So instead of being so focused on the names of a haircut, focus on the shapes or the outcome that you want. Now, obviously, okay, I want a flat top or a mohawk or a buzz cut, a slick back, an undercut. Okay, there are specific a mullet, especially, names for haircuts. We get that. They've been here for a while. Okay, but nowadays, with all these different types of more modern hairstyles, like a center part middle flow, or, you hear all the time, low taper fade, mid drop fade. Yes, some of those work. However, it gets very, very complicated sometimes to where instead of focusing on the haircut that you want and the look that you want, you're trying to nail the name of the haircut, which ends up causing maybe a disconnection between you and the hair professional. So let's just take this mannequin, for example, right? This is the classic, TikToker haircut. That's what I call this, the TikTok hair flip haircut. I started and made this go viral years ago. So instead of saying, oh, I want my hair to be fluffy, say, all right, well, I want my hair to have some volume and some texture. I want it to come maybe to my eyebrows when it's dry, and I want to be able to just run my fingers through my hair and just kind of fluff it up a little bit, and it's going to fall right into place. Right now, when I do that, it's very, I don't know, something about it makes it lay very, very flat, and I can't get any sort of volume in through here. So, and then you could say all right, and for the back, maybe just taper the back and fade the neckline in, nothing too short on the sides, maybe do it by hand, where you lightly fade it up in through here. I don't want to go really high with the fade, just kind of. So you see what I'm saying is you're actually describing more what you want, because you could say you want a specific haircut, and then that professional may have their own version of it. They do it, and then it ends up being not the right haircut. So stop focusing on the names of the haircuts so much and start focusing more on the type of haircut that you want. The third thing is the styling methods, the products that you use. How are you going to duplicate what this professional did at home? Now, I know that some of the professionals might be styling your hair a certain way, You go home, you wash it the next day or 2 days later, whatever it is, you attempt to style your hair, even using the same product, and it's just not laying properly. Or you're only going to them to have your hair cut, but you're not actually buying the products from them that they're using. You're just going on, on Amazon or wherever, just walking in to buy a cheap hair product. That might not be the right product for your hair. And that happens all the time because when I do consultation with people, they tell me, oh, I'm using this and that. And I'm like, you're layering on 4 different types of products that I would never even use on your hair. So make sure that when you are with your hair professional, not only are you watching and observing how they're styling it, because it's very, very important, especially when trying to get, let's just say, a haircut like this and a hairstyle like this. In order to get these hair flips and all this volume and texture through here, I do a technique where I actually do a couple of swirls like this. And you can see already it's creating that fluffiness and that volume. So make sure that you watch what the hair professional is doing. What products are they using? When I'm styling hair as a real licensed professional for over 30 years, I'm typically doing the same regimen over and over on every single product. Okay, they get their hair washed. It would come and sit in my chair. I have to brush the hair out and detangle it. My first go-to is 25 spray because not only is it an amazing detangler, it's got 25 hair benefits in it. It's going to help keep the hair moisturized and while I'm cutting it, and then while I'm blow drying it, it's got all these amazing benefits, 25 of them in one bottle. So I'm going from the pre-styler to then, okay, now it's time to use a styling product like maybe Tidal Wave or Sleek Serum. Like, what are my goals with the hair, with the end result? Obviously, it depends if it's male or female, longer hair, shorter hair, whatever it is, but I'm handpicking my recipe of products that I'm going to apply to the hair based off the desired result that I want the hair to look like when I'm done. Then, after I blow dry it, whether I'm using a round brush or whatever, how do I finish this? Am I using one of my matte pastes from my crafted line, or am I using locked hairspray to get more of like a matte finish on the hair? So what am I doing to finish off the style? Typically, that'll include 3 to 4 products, right? And that's how I'm doing hair. And if I didn't have products to support the looks, they wouldn't look half as good. Yes, the haircut's important, but that only goes so far. So make sure that you are watching, observing, asking questions, and if you want to experiment with different products, that's fine. But ask them what products work best on their hair. And maybe they're suggesting the wrong type of product for you. But if you like how your hair looks when you go home, when they style it, pay attention because it can really be valuable for you. If you want to use or purchase any of the products that I did mention, they popped up here on the screen, or you can go to shop.thesalonguy.com. You can use code YouTube20. It's a very special VIP discount code. Shop.thesalonguy.com, code YouTube20. And let me know if you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.